What's up, Rich Squad? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Dominic Rich, and I'm here to talk about something a bit more serious today. Neymar's rape allegations. This is a really serious issue here because we recently saw Cristiano Ronaldo, one of the biggest superstars in world football, if not the biggest. Well, we have Messi and Neymar, who we are talking about right now. Cristiano Ronaldo was accused of rape. A similar situation. I did not really talk too much about that, but when the Neymar situation came up, I couldn't ignore it. And I don't want you guys to ignore it too, because this whole rape thing is a very serious matter. And a lot of us could learn from this. We can learn and not become victims or be the victimizer. So let us talk about this. Neymar Jr, Brazil's biggest superstar footballer at the moment. He was a former Barcelona player and he moved to PSG for a record 222 million euros. You heard it right. 222 million euros for a player. And ever since he went to PSG, it seems like his career has been hit with a lot of controversial things. First, we saw when he went to the World Cup, he was heavily criticized for his on-field antics. And it overshadowed his World Cup performance. And during his playing time at PSG, it has been riddled with injuries and drama. We recently saw him getting banned from 3 of next season's Champions League group stage matches for some antics on Instagram. It seems like Instagram is getting Neymar into a lot of trouble. And we will get into this article just now. Instagram, lipping off on Instagram about the refereeing that happened in the Manchester United victory versus PSG that knocked them out of the Champions League. And then he got banned for a few games in France as well after he took a swipe at a fan. And then he got the Brazil captaincy stripped from him. And then he got accused of rape. So things are not looking good for Neymar Jr. at all. Things are not looking good for Neymar Jr. So let us look into this article and try to break it down and try to come up with a verdict here, because we are gonna decide if Neymar is guilty or not guilty here. But first, we must analyze the facts. I'm reading an article right now from CNN and it's titled "Footballer Neymar Denies Rape Allegations." It's by Duarte Mendonca, Laura Perez Maestro, and Teresa Waldrop. They work for CNN. Gotta give him credit. So the article, it reads, Brazilian football star Neymar da Silva denied rape allegations Sunday, publishing text and photos he said prove he was set up. And his representative claimed he was a victim of attempt extortion. And I quote, "I'm being accused of rape," the Paris Saint-Germain player said in a video published on Instagram. Note I said Instagram. He's on Instagram live talking again. "Yes, it is a heavy word, a very strong thing," he said in Portuguese. And he's referring to the word rape. "What happened," I quote, "what happened was totally the opposite of what they are talking and saying," Neymar said. And I quote again, "I'm very upset at this moment." Anyone will be upset if they are accused of rape, definitely. According to a Sao Paulo police report dated May 31st, the accuser, a resident of Brazil, told police she met Neymar on Instagram. On Instagram, Neymar up in them DMs. Like, Instagram is getting Neymar into a lot of trouble. Social media are getting a lot of players into a lot of trouble these days as well. So they met on Instagram and the two began exchanging messages, DMing each other. Neymar invited her to meet in Paris. Like, Neymar has money. He could afford to do that. Even a private jet, bring that lady all the way from Brazil to France for dinner for one night and back. He could do that. So then supplied her with plane tickets and accommodation. She told police she arrived in Paris on May 15th, staying at the hotel Sofitel Paris Arc du Triomphe. And I quote, the victim states that on that day, Neymar showed up at the hotel about 8 p.m., apparently drunk, according to the police report. The two talked and began to exchange a few cuddles. However, at a certain point, Neymar became aggressive and violently engaged in sexual intercourse against the will of the victim, the report said. This is what I don't understand. You guys were DMing back and forth on Instagram. I'm a guy, I know about these things. You're DMing back and forth on Instagram. You left Brazil in your house, your cozy home, and you went all the way to France to meet up with a superstar. A superstar. Not any regular guy, Neymar Jr. And you think you're just going to go over there and just what? Chill? You're just going to watch TV? Like, come on, we are not dumb here. We are not dumb. That is where it gets really, really suspicious here. Like, you left Brazil to go over. Like, are you dumb? Like, girl, you left Brazil to go all the way to France and you expect like nothing's gonna happen. And apparently Neymar and the girl had a relationship or a thing going on. They had something going on, and it may have been the first time they're meeting up. So come on. And let me continue reading the article. Some of you guys may not agree with what I'm saying, but I'm experienced enough to know exactly what's going on here. Then the woman left Paris on May the 17th, so that's 2 days later, and waited to file a report in Brazil because she was quite emotionally shaken and scared of registering the facts in another country, the police said. Like, come on, this is ridiculous. This is simply ridiculous. It is ridiculous. Let me continue. In the video, an emotional Neymar contended that his encounter with the accuser was, and I quote, a relationship between a man and a woman within four walls, something that happens with every couple. But also that he stated he had been set up. It was a trap and I ended up falling for it. Like, Neymar, you could get any woman in the world. You're a very, very handsome man. You're a very handsome man. And that's coming from another handsome man telling you that. You're a handsome man. You could get any woman in the world. And you are falling for these traps. These Instagram girls, flying them over to France. You're stupid for this. You're dumb for this. Seriously. You got to do better than that. You really got to do better than that. You have enough money to not be in situations like this. I understand what you're saying. You might be a victim of extortion here, but you put yourself in this situation. Seriously. Why things can't be normal? You talk to a girl. You could meet a girl in the street. You guys could go for dinner. You guys could end up being in a relationship and everything goes as normal. Why you gotta be meeting girls on Instagram? And if he did that to that girl, brought her over from Brazil, that's not the first time he did that. So he is putting himself in these vulnerable positions, if you really understand what I'm getting at. Neymar's representative, NR Sports, said in a press release that the player was a victim of attempt extortion practiced by a lawyer from the city of Sao Paulo who, according to his version, represented the interests of the alleged victim. Neymar ended the video showing flirty and at times explicitly sexual text and intimate photos that he said were exchanges with the accuser. The exchanges began in March, according to the timestamp on the text. See what I'm saying? So the two began to talk on Instagram in March. Then there was April, and then in May, he decided, okay, this thing is going really nice. Let me fly you over. And she agreed. She obliged. She came over. And if you're exchanging sexually explicit photos and texts, you know what's going to happen when you get to France. You know what's going to happen. So why, if he comes over there tipsy, he was expecting everything to go well. He was expecting everything to go well with you, a person who he basically probably trusted by now. And then she accuses him of rape. But you see, the thing is, Neymar should never be putting himself in this position. That's just my take. He should never be putting himself in this position. I don't think, my verdict, I don't think he is guilty of raping this young woman. I think this woman is setting Neymar up. And I'm not being sexist or anything or going on Neymar's side, but I think he is being set up. Seriously. Like, nowhere in this world, Neymar, you will be raping a woman. There should be 500, a million women willing to just strip naked for you and say, have me, Neymar. And you're gonna rape. Nah, this ain't for real. I don't believe this. And I'm gonna say Neymar is not guilty. Not guilty. Guys, I want to hear what you think in the comment section down below. If this topic is too real for you, you don't have to comment. You don't have to comment. But I think that Neymar Jr. is not guilty, and that girl is trying to extort Neymar for the cash. This needs to stop. This needs to stop. I have to look into the Cristiano Ronaldo situation and talk about it. I really have to do. But Neymar, I'm going to say not guilty. He is currently preparing for the 2019 Copa America with Brazil. They're hosting a tournament, and he would want to finish his summer with a trophy and not being accused of rape. Guys, I'm your boy Dominic Rich. If you're new around here, consider hitting the subscribe button. If you enjoyed the video, leave a thumbs up. Let me know in the comment section down below if you think Neymar Jr. is guilty or not guilty and what will come out of this situation. So until next time, I like to say peace out. Rich Squad.